Hello everyone, I am Aiken Likenhao, currently studying in Islamic Finance in UMS Lab 1. For this international business assignment, I have been chosen to represent a Malaysian quick service restaurant brand specializing in rice-based dishes in Seville, Spain. Although I have been never abroad before, I am excited to share what I have learned about Spain's culture, the potential challenges, and how I would personally adapt to this opportunity. Let's start by talking about Seville's socio-cultural environment, which is quite unique and colorful. Seville is a historic city in southern Spain, known for its lively atmosphere, beautiful architecture, and strong sense of identity. The people there are warm, friendly, and very expressive. They love spending time with friends and family, often outdoors at cafes or public plazas, especially in the evenings when the temperature cools down. One thing that stood out to me is how important festivals are in their culture. For example, there is Semana Santa, a holy week with processions, music, and strong Catholic traditions. Then, there is Feria de Abril, a huge celebration filled with traditional music, dancing, and food. These events are not just local, they attract people from all over Spain and even international tourists. It reflects how proud they are of their heritage and how central community and tradition are to their lifestyle. Now let's look at what could be the main challenge of bringing our Malaysian quick service restaurant to Seville. The biggest issue in my opinion would be related to local food preference. Our menu is based on strong and bold flavors, things like spicy nasi goreng sambal, rich nasi lemak with rendang, or fragrant nasi biryani. These dishes are full of spices and can be quite heavy, especially for someone who is not used to this kind of cuisine. But despite those similarities, there are clear differences too. One key difference is how people express themselves. In Spain, especially among the younger generation, people are more independent and direct in how they speak or make decisions. They grow up with a mindset that values personal freedom and self-expression. In contrast, in Malaysia, especially within Islamic and traditional Malay culture, we are generally more community-oriented. Our decision often involves our family and we tend to communicate in a more modest and polite way. So, as much as we value connection, the way we express and prioritize things might be different from how it's done in Seville. Now let's look at what could be the main challenge of bringing our Malaysian quick service restaurant to Seville. The biggest issue in my opinion would be related to local food preference. Our menu is based on strong and bold flavors, things like spicy nasi goreng sambal, rich nasi lemak with rendang, or fragrant nasi biryani. These dishes are full of spices and can be quite heavy, especially for someone who is not used to this kind of cuisine. Meanwhile, the Spanish diet, especially in Seville, is based more on Mediterranean-style meals. Local eats foods like tapas, which are small dishes meant for sharing, paella, a rice dish often made with seafood, and gazpacho, a cold tomato-based soup. These dishes are usually lighter in flavor and don't rely much on chili or heavy spices. So, if we bring our current menu without any adjustments, it may be too intense for the average customer. Another major point is dietary restriction and cultural differences. In Spain, pork and alcohol are commonly used in food and drink, which might seem like a challenge. But for us as a halal certified brand, this actually gives us a unique niche. We can market ourselves as a Muslim-friendly restaurant, something that could attract Muslim travelers, tourists, and even local people who are looking for healthier and ethically prepared meals. With the growing awareness of halal food globally, this can be a strength, not a weakness for us. As someone studying Islamic finance, I can see how this also connects with broader values of ethics and integrity in business. By staying true to our halal identity, we are offering not just food, but also trust, quality, and a respectful way of doing business in a foreign country. Now, let's talk about the challenges I might face personally if I were to live and work in Seville for 9 months as an expatriate. One of the most obvious challenges would be the language barrier. Spanish is the main language spoken there, and although younger people might understand some English, I imagine it would be still difficult when it comes to daily tasks like giving staff training, reading signs, or simply ordering food. Not being able to speak the local language could make me feel isolated or slow down communication in the workplace. I definitely need to learn basic Spanish very fast as quickly as possible. The second challenge is adjusting to the cultural environment. Spain is known for being socially open and relaxed. People are quite expressive and they value freedom in lifestyle and communication. For me, coming from a more conservative Islamic background, it might take some time to get used to their social behavior, dress codes, and even humor. In Malaysia, we are taught to be respectful and soft-spoken, and this contrast could feel a bit uncomfortable at first, especially when dealing with misunderstanding or cultural shocks. And lastly, something as simple as meal timings could be also a challenge. In Seville, people usually eat dinner around 9 or even 10 p.m. That's very different from Malaysia where we often eat much earlier. These small differences might not seem important at first, but over time, they can affect your energy, mood, and social life. To overcome these challenges and succeed in Seville, I believe the most important skill I will need is adaptability. This means being open to change, being willing to try new things, and having the patience to adjust when things don't go as planned. Whether it's learning the language, understanding local work style, or even dealing with the culture shock, adaptability helps me stay calm and find solutions instead of getting frustrated. It's about learning from the environment and not expecting everything to be the same as is back home. Another skill that I believe is equally important is communication. Even if I don't speak Spanish fluently at first, I can still connect with others through body language, visual, and tone of voice. Communication is not just about words, it's also about listening, showing respect, and being clear with your message. In a multicultural team, strong communication will trust, prevent misunderstanding, and helps create a positive work environment. Over time, I'm confident I could improve and communicate effectively with the local staff and customers. These two skills combined with patience, sincerity, and the willingness to learn would really help me succeed in this foreign work assignment. So that is my take on the challenges and opportunities of working in Seville, Spain as part of this global expansion. It won't be easy, but I believe with the right mindset and preparation, I can represent Malaysia and our food with pride. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed this journey with me.